USB Type-C is a revolutionary connector type that's had a very convoluted implementation, and USB 3.0 has been evolved into 3.1 with two different flavors, causing confusion for consumers and IT professionals alike. So first, let's cover USB Type-C. It's a reversible connector that supports standards from USB 2.0 all the way up to Thunderbolt 3 and supports up to 100 watts of power delivery. This is how you can have a device like the the MacBook Pro, that has nothing but USB Type-C Thunderbolt 3 ports on it and no power jack. While the versatility of the USB Type-C connector is the most amazing feature of it, the lack of industry standardization could be its greatest downfall. For the average consumer, looking at a USB-C port and knowing what features and functionality it carries is basically impossible. Even for seasoned IT professionals, it's difficult to pick up a device and just look at its native USB-C ports and understand exactly what functions it has and what capabilities it supports. I've even seen devices that have USB Type-C ports that only support USB 2.0. I'm looking at you, HP, with your Elite Desk Mini. The only reason I can think of to do something like that is to be able to have that buzzword USB Type-C in there and advertise that without having to spend any money on a chipset to support any better features. So let's take a look at USB 3.1. So we had USB 3.0 at 5 gigabit per second. Then there was an announcement that they were working on 3.1, which would be a 10 gigabit per second standard. The problem is, whenever they introduced 3.1's 10 gigabit standard, they decided to completely get rid of the 3.0 standard and create 3.1 Gen 1, which is your 5 gigabit per second, and 3.1 Gen 2, which is your 10 gigabit per second standard. The problem with this naming convention is it's caused a lot of confusion. I really don't understand this decision. The USBIF, which is the USB Implementers Forum, they're the guys who maintain the USB standard, state that this disconnect between the Gen 1 and Gen 2 stems from the fact that the marketing side wasn't supposed to be using 3.1 Gen 1 and Gen 2 in their advertising. They should be using Super Speed and Super Speed Plus to describe Gen 1 and Gen 2 respectively. They say that Gen 1 and Gen 2 is only supposed to be maintained for the manufacturing side of things, which again doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The problem with that is that whenever the advertising material gets marketed, gets created, they're using the USB 3.0. They've always said USB 3.0 ports. They never said USB Super Speed ports, which was the term for USB 3 ports. And you may see, the USB symbol with the SS next to it, and you know that's a Super Speed port, that's a USB 3.0, whether you knew what that stood for or not. But that's the problem, is they don't separate between 3.1, Gen 1, and Gen 2 in advertising. Some manufacturers will say, okay, we've got USB 3.0. Some will say we've got USB 3.1, but really it's the Gen 1 standard. So people are thinking, oh, 3.1, it's the new standard, 10 gigabit, but it's really not. Few manufacturers will actually correctly identify, based off the standard 3.1, Gen 1, or Gen 2, what ports are there, without having to actually dig into your specification sheet. So this causes a huge disconnect, and it makes it more difficult for consumers to be able to just walk up to a product and look at it and know what's going on with it. The difference between 5 gigabit per second and 10 gigabit per second connectivity can mean all the difference in a buying decision. So this convoluted process of doing things is really hurting the industry. I don't like the way they did this. I don't know why it made sense to them to completely abolish the 3.0 standard and merge it in with 3.1. I don't know what the problem was with having 3.0 and then 3.1. It was a perfectly natural progression to go from 3.0 as the current standard and then move on to 3.1 as the new standard for 10 gigabit per second USB. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'm going to probably do another video expanding a little bit more on USB Type-C and the different connector types over the years. If you guys want to see something like that, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the video, please get subscribed to the channel so you can keep up to date on all my latest content. Hit me up on Twitter at TitoTechTV, or you can just go ahead and follow me, and you'll see I'll be posting some other upcoming projects and things like that on there. That way you guys can kind of be in the loop on what's going on with the channel, and maybe have a more reliable way of getting notifications of when new videos come out, because we know YouTube's not great about seeing. If the audio is kind of poor, sorry guys. I got a new camera set up, and my old mic doesn't really work with it, so I've got to figure out a new mic setup. So that's hopefully coming in the next couple of weeks, but the next few videos may suffer a little bit on the audio side. So let me know what the audio quality is like in the comments down below. Like I said, hit that like button if you like the video, get subscribed, and follow me on Twitter at TitoTechTV. Till next time, it's Johnnie O, signing out.